Hey everyone, it's What's Up Thursday. My name is Stephanie Shideler. I am 44 years old, almost 45. I live in New York, but I haven't been home a whole lot the last couple years. I've been able to train in California in the winters, and then I've been going to races kind of all over the world. What do I do? Well, I paddle now. Before that, I was in finance for probably about 20 years, so a long career before I started kind of paddling full-time. The longest distance I have paddled, probably done over 30 miles in training, but the longest race I've ever done is the New York City Sea Paddle, and so that one's about 26.2 miles around Manhattan. It's a really cool race. The toughest route I've paddled, I'm gonna say there's a race in New Jersey. It's a charity event for the Dean Randazzo Cancer Foundation, and it goes around a barrier island called Absecon Island. It's where all the casinos are in Atlantic City, and it's almost like a double graveyard. I think it's close to 20 miles, and so you have the ocean, you have to navigate 2 inlets, you have the back bay with the wind and the current against you. So it's a really challenging race, but it's a really beautiful race, and sort of effectively like a double graveyard, if you will. What does paddling give to you? So paddling's become my whole life. The paddling community is just incredible. I think I've made some more amazing friends in the last couple of years than the last 20 years prior. So amazing people. It's such a cool sport. I mean, I love being on the water every day, and I love being able to push myself as an athlete. So I think it's a really special sport. What is the moment I will always remember in my paddling career? That's a tough one. I've had so many fun times all over the world. I'm gonna pick, I think the Rincon Beach Boy race in Puerto Rico. I went to it in last year, 2019, and I'd worked really hard all season. It was my first year kind of training like a professional, and I was able to win it, and it just meant a whole lot. It's such a beautiful community in Puerto Rico. It's a beautiful race, and I think, especially if you're from the East Coast, it's sort of a race that everybody knows about. So it was really, it started my 2019 season off, and gave me a lot of confidence. So it was kind of a special win for me. The biggest title I've ever won? Well, unfortunately, I don't have any world titles, but I was pretty happy with where I ended up last year, kind of doing my first real professional season. I ended up 7th I think on the APP World Tour, and I just managed to kind of stay in the top 10 at all the major races. So sort of, proving to myself my training was paying off, and I could hang with the fastest women. So hopefully when we get to race again, I can improve on that. Let's see, what's my favorite place for paddling? That's really hard because there's so many amazing places. So anywhere there's warm water and waves, I'm pretty happy. But that said, Hood River is a really special place. I've had the opportunity to go there the last couple of summers and spend a lot of time downwinding. It's sort of like Disneyland of downwinding, where you just kind of go on repeat, do the Viento run, or you can make up other runs, just put in, downriver and end up at the event site. So it's a beautiful town. There's a lot of other amazing stuff to do there, and it's just such a fun place to learn how to downwind. Have I already participated in the 11 City Tour? Not yet. It is definitely on my bucket list. So I don't know if it's going to happen this year, but certainly in the next couple years, I've got to give it a shot. So, all right. Well, thank you so much for listening to me.